Hey, how's it going? So I'm just sitting here kind of pissed off right now at my son. I was supposed to move my fifth wheel yesterday, but we got into a fight, and so it's kind of just sitting here in the middle of the driveway and blocking the roundabout because we have it goes around my mom's house, a circular driveway, and I'm just kind of like right in the middle, blocking everything right now because we started moving it yesterday, and I started to, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna back up now or whatever, and next thing I know, he's yelling and screaming and blah blah blah. I was backing over the stupid block because he didn't get it out from under the tire and didn't tell me. Well, these are things that happen, when you're doing stuff, someone might not hear something or make a mistake or whatever, but you don't scream bloody murder at them and make a big deal about it. And especially with my PTSD and everything else, it's like when dudes start screaming at me, I just shut down. I won't even move. I don't do shit. I just like freeze up. Fuck that. So, and he knows it, but of course he starts his bullying me and screaming at me and whatever. So I'm like, fuck this. I shut the truck off and he leaves, walks off, and we get a little bit of a break, and then we kind of started getting along a little later yesterday afternoon, and I'm like, all right, I'll let it go today, and then we'll just move it tomorrow. But then today, the same thing happened. He's supposed to be trying to get on this schedule and get his resumes made up so he can get a job. And last week he it was wonderful. I mean, he just kept himself busy doing shit all week, and I didn't even see him hardly at all, except maybe to smoke a couple bong hits in the evening. It was really nice. But then this week it's back to the same bullshit, being a grouchy asshole, not wanting to fucking do shit, yelling at me, bossing me around. Just, sometimes he reverts back and acts like his fucking dad. It's bullshit. It's like, just because you have a fucking penis, don't tell me what to do. I've had a CDL. Been hauling horses around in horse trailers since I was freaking 18, and when I could back a goddamn horse trailer up like that. I'm really good at it. I'm a real good driver. I taught my ex-husband how to drive a fucking stick. When I met him 30 years ago, he didn't even know how to drive a stick shift, and I had a three-quarter ton Ford Ranger. It was one of my first vehicles I had when I was 18, and it was a four-speed with granny gear and 390 in it, and it had racing mags on it. Sat up in the back. That fucking truck hauled ass. It was a nice truck, and I got in a lot of trouble in that truck. But yeah, he didn't even know how to drive it when I met him. I taught him how to drive a stick shift. And then, I get him into truck driving school, which was one of the times when I sat in that stupid cabin with no running water or anything, waiting for him to go through school. And that was priceless too, because, yeah, I take him to DVR. I took Bill to DVR, and I'm the one who found out about the program, or Real Rural Resources is what it was called at the time, Rural Resources. And I took him in there, and they had this program. They helped him get his CDL. They got him an apartment in Spokane. They gave him gas vouchers, food vouchers, clothing vouchers, bought him all this shit, paid for his entire training, which was over like 7, 8 grand. I don't remember what it was. It was quite a bit, and plus the apartment, like I said, he had it made. And I stayed back at this stupid little cabin with no running water, no nothing, waiting for him to go through school. He gets through. I think he got like a 78 in his final test. And about a year or two later, when he was still treating us like shit, he was out on the road acting like he was Mr. Big Man, this, that, and the other. I decided I wanted to get my CDL too, because my whole family's been into truck driving. I mean, my brother's a truck driver. My mom worked at truck Garrett Freight Lines for 18 years and Yellow and the whole bit. So it's like my family's been in the trucking business my whole dang life, and so I decided to go get my CDL. Well, I go to Rural Resources, and they're like, "Oh, sorry, we helped your husband. We can't help you." I'm like, "What? You're kidding me." So, in other words, you help the man, but you won't help the woman. And I threw a bloody fucking fit. I got so fucking pissed. I started yelling discrimination. That's bullshit. You'll help the man, but you won't help the woman. Blah, 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 blah. So they're like, okay, well, this is what we'll do. We'll help you with half the money. So all they would do is pay for half of my training at the same truck driving school. Went to the same school, everything, same teachers even. In fact, they used to give me shit all the time. Oh, what are you gonna just copy Bill's answers? And I'm like, no, because I did better than him. I actually got a 90. No, that's right. Bill got 76 on his. I got a 98 on my final driving test. I got straight A's going through the class, everything, and 98 is almost unheard of. According to my teachers, only one other student had ever gotten that on their final driving test. I mean, I got 100 on everything, 100 on the hazmat, 100 on fucking everything. The only thing that I got wrong, the only reason I didn't get 100% is because we were driving by the school and my teacher, after we get past the sign, he's like, "What did that sign say?" And most of the time I'm right on that and I know exactly, but that particular sign I happen to have not seen, and he knew it and he got me. That was the only ding I got on my test. So I outscored him, I outdrive him, fucking everything. So anyway, so I think I know how to back a goddamn trailer up. So, I don't need my 28-year-old son who doesn't even have a driver's license telling me what to do. And I certainly don't need him screaming and yelling at me and everything else. So we just stopped, ended the day. It's the same bullshit his dad used to do to me all the time. One time, my horse, I have this stallion that I rescued. He had been abandoned for the first 3 years of his life. The people just threw him out in a couple hundred acres and left him there. And when they rescued him, when he was rescued, he was found with his sister, Philly, who is a year younger. They'd both been just abandoned there, and they were trying to break through the ice on a pond to get some water because it was like below zero and there was no water for them or anything. And so they were rescued. I traded my washer and dryer for both of them, and then I decided I didn't want the filly, but I kept the stallion, Mr. Cloud. I've had him now for 13 years. But I wanted to ride him, and when about 8 years ago, I was starting to lunge him, and I asked my husband to build me a round pen so I could lunge him. Well, he cut down some tree branches, like about this wide, which is perfect, and make them 8 feet, bury them in the ground, big deal. I mean, you could even use them for rails, everything would have been fine. But it was like pulling teeth to get anything done. I'd get one rail in the ground, and then we'd fight for 4 weeks, and then maybe get one more. I swear to God, the arena actually never got finished. It never did get finished. I just pulled it up last summer, the last of the poles, and said, "This is stupid." It never got done. So one day I asked my husband to hold the horse so I could get on him, and I wanted to just have him lead me around a little bit while I sat in the saddle. And so Bill, he doesn't know shit about horses. Everything he's known or he's learned from me over the years, and so he just starts bullying me, starts being an asshole. He won't do what I ask. He won't hold the horse the way I ask. He won't, he's telling me what to do. I'm like, dude, who's the horse person here? It gets to a point where, because my horse has been Mr. Cloud had been abused by men, so he's really skitsy around men as it is. So I needed Bill to be calm and relaxed and just hold the lead rope and maybe walk me around. That's all I wanted him to do. But he wouldn't do it. And he's just, ordering me around and being a dick and, oh, no, you got to do this, you got to do that. And raising his voice, that was what the problem was, is that he was raising his voice. He was being really loud and pushy. And my horse sensed, and I'm trying. I'm just like, please, Bill, please, can you please just be calm? You're upsetting Mr. Cloud. He starts jumping around, dancing around, kind of rearing up a little bit, and I'm like, no, I could see where this was going. It's like if I get on this horse and I end up getting dumped, then I'm gonna have to get back on him. I'm not gonna be able to stop at that point. I'm gonna have to keep going, and the way Bill and I are fighting, someone's gonna end up getting hurt. So I'm just like, you know what? Let's just stop. I'm not doing anymore. I'm not going any further because I can't create a bad habit here, and I don't have the strength to follow through if something bad happens and I got to do it, work with him. So anyway, I just stopped it right then and there. And the thing is there was no excuse for it. I mean, Bill, all he had to do was just try to be calm and patient and just hold the lead rope. so I could get on and just lead me around. That's all I asked for. Big deal. It was so simple. Why couldn't he do it? I don't understand. But it's like he went out of his way to get the horse upset so that I couldn't do what I wanted to do, or so that I would get hurt, or whatever. But it's just like he had to take over, take control of everything. He always does that. Everything. Even if it's my stuff, or he has no clue what he's doing, he'll just, he won't listen if somebody says, "Can you please help me with this or just do that?" No, I got to come in and take over. I'm the man, and it's bullshit. It's like, just because you have a penis, don't tell me what to do. I'm fucking sick of that crap. It's bullshit. So I'm kind of pissed at my son right now. I'm just sitting here in my fifth wheel, unable to move it because I needed to get it further away from my mom's house. I mean, we're kind of all getting sick of each other. And I don't have my water hooked up or any of my stuff. I want my own privacy. I want water hooked up. I want the RV set up leveled and right. And I just can't get any help, beside that. And my mom, who's a night person, and she sleeps all dang day, so it's like I can't even get her to help me with backing it up. So it's either I got to do it by myself and risk, you know, because I got to go down a hill, back it down a hill into this really soft ground, and there's kind of a ledge. I don't want to roll it over. So it's either I do it by myself or put up with a fucking asshole yelling at me, or wait until my mom finally gets up someday. I don't know, but I'm really kind of pissed off about this. I am so tired of dealing with fucking penises. Ugh, whatever. This is bullshit.